I'm not really going live. This is about color. Do we need white or do we need black? You need white or black? Which one? What shows more, white or black? What does blue do? Color coded, eh? Color coded. Right now I'm painting 40. I'm painting number 40. And what we talk about with blue is words that go along with blue. Singing the blues, blue collar workers, blue sky, you're not really supposed to be dragging these paintbrushes, you know. I don't know if you remember what was behind my desk before, but I was tired of it. I think I went through 10 cans of paint since I started this little project of removing the old and bringing in the new, the bright. Oh, you can see it better from a distance. And then here in the front, it's a nice thin line in the front there. Can you see it good? Is it coming out good? See this design over here? See the way it looks like it goes and it bends and it goes under? If you want to look out, you can't look out from the black hole because out is up there, in is down there, out is up there. You got to go all the way around. There's a design inside of there. So I didn't want to keep you here for a long time. I wanted to just bring something upon you. Zero and double zero. What does it mean? I mean, in the roulette table, on the roulette table, it shows you two separate zeros. It's also telling you a story in here. One is the English roulette and the other is North American. So what happened when the English came here to North America? What was my camera's stuck. What actually went on? There's a whole story in here. One of these continuously exchanges 37 and 39, but it never exchanges 35. So we have to look for all the 35s and understand the 35s on here. And the reason for that is because row number 1 adds up to 35, although number 35 in roulette is in row number 2. Row number 2 adds up to 37. And 37 is found, well, first of all, 37 is not found, but if it was found, it'd be in row number 1, and it would be red. In row number 3 is 39, and in row number 3 stays 39. That's how the number grid works. 1, 2, 3, and then the question is, do you overlap and go 3, 2, 1? So you'd be going, and even the Christ, they talk about the 33 and what the 33 is, everything the 33 does. Because if I'm overlapping on my 33, First of all, we can also do it with fingers. 33, you have 2, 1, 2. You can look at it that way as 33. You can say, let's not count your thumbs because they're completely different. So 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 overlap, so they come together. Now we have 1 and 1 and 2 coming together. So there's so many ways to look at it. So the other way to look at it is if we're talking numbers. I don't have two calculators here. I'll show you down here. If I show you numbers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this block and shove another block right on top of it. So although I have a face of 18, I'm only going to show a face of 6, 6, and 3. And then will I take another box of 9 and go over that, and then take my last box and go over that. So I have 4 boxes. Each face equals 9. So 4 by 9 equals 36. And by the way, this represents Uranus. This represents Christ. This represents Green Go. This represents number 1, DC. This represents black, 360 degrees if you want, and it's right here. And then in this area over here, right, there would have been 6, but because now we've overlapped everything, we end up with 1 here, with 2 here, with 2 here, with 4 here, with 2 here, and with 4 over here. So this one actually is 4. When it first started off, it was 6. Unless we started off this way, overcapping the corners like we talked yesterday. And this way we can create our designs in our box. What looked like it goes through over here, it's that angle that makes it. Where am I? It's that angle that makes it go through. Well, it's so hard to control the camera. Light's a little bit better at this computer. You can see the distance, right? You overlap them, seeming like they're one on top of each other, but look at the great distance. It's almost 3 times what it was. That's what it looks like. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away, right? 1 here, 2 here. It starts here, but we're overlapping, but the distance away is over here. That's your distance away. So that means I would need that. That's like an automatic in there. That's like the king's crown if you turn it upside down. Oh boy, I can't seem to get this camera on it properly. Or it can be a flat, and then this can be the front yard. I'm just going to connect that together over here. That would be one. I don't want to do the whole design. You do the whole design, you lose the to the left or the one to the right. It's one or the other. When they do the whole design, they're on top of each other. You're showing the whole thing. So this one over here will be 9 and 9 equals 18. Okay, but once it's overlapped, it becomes 8 and 1 and 8 when we have these overlapped. Now, if I want to overlap them in each other, in the heart, this area here is the heart of each one. This one is the heart of this area, and this one is the heart of this area. And when you show it this way, it ends up looking like that, basically. So we have the heart of each showing up in the corner of each, and then just coming out here, just playing with the shapes and what happens to the face. You notice this would have to go in the top corner there. When I talk about zeros, how do we make a 0? Is this a 0, or does this create the 0? It's an automatic, right? Now, if we want to separate, we would create 2 areas and 2 areas. From each area, we would make a 1.5 area and a 1.5 area. And in the center, we can leave a 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to do
I'm just trying to think of what design. You see, for every equation, there's a different number of squares to make that equation work. This is not a gamble, but it turns into a gamble. They make it you gamble it. You got to find it, but we have to have the answer. The answers are already here. So that 1.5, because you have to share center field. We need to share center field. So if I share all of center field, right, the split, if you get the split, that's 8. If you don't have the split, it's 0. Now the question is a single 0? And I'm questioning myself also. Is this a double 0 or is this the double 0? Then the question would come to, where would the single 0 be, and would it be linear? I'm just going to do it on the outside. We're going to take it here. What is it, 3 wide? And then here. Here's the single 0. Okay. The single 0 is here and the double 0 is here. The single 0 can cover the double 0. And the odds are the same. You see the way it works? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a reason for that. I don't know what it is. Oh, yes, because all we need to do is come into these entry points. It almost looks like a face. Oh, no, watch out for me. Is that the TV set? Looks like 1 block, 2 blocks. It's almost like building blocks. Is this 10, 10? Well, you do know what happens when you're building blocks, right? You build these blocks, or you stack the bricks, and then you put that brick here, and that brick here, and that brick here. And then you end up saying high 52 because of the number 5, right? And number 2, face to face, 5, and then the 2. And now you're making your bricks. And at the same time, the H and I is inside of this. So I came here to talk about, just did my wall up there. I used to have Jacob. It was ugly, but now it looks a whole lot better. Get rid of cancer. There's the cancer. Here's the slow roll of the helper snail and the turtle, or the turtle and the snail. The snail's on top of the turtle's back. And that's Jacob's corner. When you put the C next to the O without closing the inside of the O, I'm just closing the inside of the O. I didn't close the outside. The shape takes place. So we saw what happens to this. So at the end equation of this would end up to be 6. And no, the end of the equation would be 4, 2, 4, 2, 1, 2, 4, 2, 4. So this would be 9, and this would be 10, and this would be 5, and this would be 10, and this would be 9, and this would be 10, and this would be 5, and this would be 10, and this would be 9, 1, 5, 1, 9, 1, 5, 1, 9. The spirit from Mars into creation of the 9 lives of the cat. This is Mars. Mars student. They repeat. Now we add the whole thing because I'm going all the way around. Remember, if you're going to build a piece of equipment, you have to have the space, the exact size of that piece of the equipment, squarely, like the size of a box. Then you need to be standing beside it, so you need area space to do your work. And you're going to move your box from here to here. You got to get your tools, so you need a lot of empty space in order to create. We're going to finish with that equation. So that equation becomes 9, 18, and 7, 25. And then we add these up again. 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 5, 10, 12. And then 25 would be 7, 3, 6, 3, 7. Red sun, creation of the half-life of the resident angel. Red, Rhode Island. 161, the half-life in the church spirit. 3 by 7, 21. 3 plus 7 equals to 10, equals to 31. A 31 star equals back to 37 again. 13, 31 is your AC that runs into the moon, and it's your third cube. It's your first teen. Anyways, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. Peace and love.